Good morning, and welcome to this webcast about front-end pool pairing. My name is Jennifer, and I will be the English dubber for this webcast, made by Fabrizio Volpe, Microsoft MVP on Directory Services. Understanding front-end pool pairing. Introduction to front-end pairing. Lync 2013 introduces a new form of high availability called front-end pools pairing. The whole mechanism is based on the new approach that Lync 2013 uses to manage the presence database. Each front-end server now controls the presence database, and on the Windows fabric that is used to keep user data in sync on all the front-end servers. To manage the new logic of the presence database, the algorithm used in Lync 2010 to determine where a user was homed, also if a failure occurred on one or more front ends, has been changed. Now we have Lync 2013 automatically creating the so-called user groups, a whole new concept, and distributing the users inside the aforementioned groups. Each one of the user groups is tied to a primary, secondary, and tertiary front end. In case of a front-end server outage, the user groups that have that server as primary will fail over to the secondary server. If the secondary is not available or fails, and the primary is still not working, the groups will fail over to the tertiary server. Any additional failover will require the election of another front end and the creation of a new user group for the users. Such mechanisms require that we have an underlying service to replicate data between front-end servers and maintaining up to 3 copies of the user's data on the front-end servers. The Windows fabric is installed during the server setup of Lync Server 2013 and is the technology on which we base the aforementioned synchronization. The result of moving a part of the data from SQL to the front ends is that we are able to maintain presence and contacts during a back-end service interruption. How to associate pools. The document on which we have to base our deployment is Best Practices for Pairing Front-End Pools. Enterprise Edition pools can be paired only with other Enterprise Edition pools. Similarly, Standard Edition pools can be paired only with other Standard Edition pools. Topology Builder will allow also to pair pools that are not of the same kind, but this is not to be considered like a validation. Physical pools can be paired only with other physical pools. Similarly, virtual pools can be paired only with other virtual pools. Pool pairing is bidirectional, and if a pool is associated to another pool, there is no possibility to pair an additional pool. For example, there is no support for a 3 pools pairing because the relation is 1-to-1. It is recommended to have the pools in diverse Lync sites and in 2 geographically separated locations with a really good network connection for disaster recovery. Each pool should have enough resources to manage the workload in case of a fail from the paired pool. Again, it is important especially for a disaster recovery plan. Failover and failback options. Failover and failback are manually initiated. As we will see, the administrator manually invokes the failover procedures using Lync Server Management Shell. Managing server failures. I have prepared an environment to test the pool pairing failover and failback based on 2 different sites, Site 1 and Site 2, and a Standard Edition server in each site. The first step is to modify the topology using the Topology Builder. We have to select one of the SE servers and select Edit Properties. The parameter we have to manage is resiliency, and, as we can see in the next screen capture, we have to flag Associated Backup Pool. Select the other server from the drop-down menu, and flag the automatic failover and failback for voice if we want to use such a feature. When we publish the topology, we will receive a to-do list to complete the configuration, like the one shown in the forthcoming picture. To activate the changes, we have to run the setup or remove Lync server components in the Lync deployment. One of the things that will happen now is the installation of the Lync backup service, as revealed in the following images. To check the status of the pairing, we can run the get CS backup services status command. If everything is working in the right manner, we can test the failover with the following command. It is now possible to verify that the users have been moved from one SE server to the other one. Thank you for your kind attention.